Hello adventurers, my name is Mark and welcome to Adventure Pass. I am a corporate guy striving for an influencer's life. Come with me as we visit the top 50 theme parks in the United States within the next 2 years. Today I am at Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. This theme park holds a special place in my heart. This is the theme park that I grew up going to over and over again throughout my high school and junior high school years. And the last time that I've been here, it was probably 30 years ago. So it's been quite some time. I'm a little bit nervous. So a lot of the roller coasters that, I was thinking of, okay, the major roller coasters that I've been on, I'd say in the last 10 years of my life, 20 years of my life, it's been the Incredicoaster, the Incredible Hulk over at Islands of Adventure, along with the Velocicoaster and Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, the Incredicoaster over at Disney California Adventure, but also, if we can count, Big Thunder Mountain, Matterhorn, and Space Mountain. That's pretty much it. I'm kind of coming back to my stomping ground here at Six Flags. Super excited that this is the third stop of my 2-year journey of visiting the top 50 theme parks. So we're gonna see what we can do here today. I'm gonna share some stories that I've had here growing up. Speaking of a story, I always remembered when the park opened up, we would run to the first roller coaster, which was the Revolution. That's where I'm heading to right now. We would literally run to be the first, try to be the first one in line there for that ride, just to get a jump start on everyone. Kind of practicing the principles of rope dropping back in my teenage years. Today, I didn't want to run. I got here a couple minutes before the park opened, but I just wanted to take my time to see everything and share this experience with you. So I'm glad you're here. Let's see what we can find, and anything that stands out, I'll share with you. Okay, so I'm heading up towards the classic Revolution. Back in the day, I remember they called it La Revolution. This roller coaster was also featured in, I don't know if you remember Vacation with Chevy Chase, but they did ride this one as well during that movie, which was kind of fun. So here you have the famous Revolution, La Revolution, and they're going into that loop right there. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way up to the ride. And I always remembered, there's this hill here on the far sides of this hill. I hated walking on this uphill. Super frustrating. It's a workout. Here we are at La Revolution, now called Classic Revolution. So we'll get in this queue. I don't know how long the wait's gonna be, but that's okay. This was one of my favorite roller coasters growing up, and it was always the first one that we would go on every single time. Okay, well that didn't go as planned. The line was hardly moving at all. I think I was standing there for 25-30 minutes and barely even moved. So yeah, I think we're gonna just make our way. We're gonna do a big loop around the park. And so we're gonna go up towards this Plaza Revolucion, the Plaza de la Revolucion, which is right up here. And I want to say the Viper's towards this way. Like I said, it's been about a good 30 years since I've been to this park. So I do remember a few things, but I'm sure a lot has changed. Yeah, and I remember the entrance for the Revolution used to be through the plaza, which is in the middle up here. So you'd have to go up, do this uphill walk here. And I remember running this and getting really tired by the time I got to the ride. But then they eventually changed it, which the entrance is down below, where you just saw a little bit earlier. All right, so we passed the entrance for X2, but here is the Viper. So a lot of these rides I cannot film on with my handheld, unfortunately, but I am gonna go on the Viper, and I will let you know what I think after the ride. Okay, I just conquered the Viper. That one, I remember it exactly the same how it was. Nothing really changed. It did bring back some memories. Man, I was fearless when I was a kid, because this ride's pretty intense. Okay, so just went on the Viper, and now I'm making my way up this hill, and I see another new ride. Well, I don't think it's new, but it wasn't here when I came here. I'm gonna have to go check this one out. No, shows you what I know. This is the Revolution. I thought this was a new ride. Okay, that was kind of funny. Oh, stupid. All right, so we're gonna continue to make our way up this hill to the backside of the park. This place is just bringing back a ton of memories to me. It's bringing back a lot of memories for me. Very nostalgic. I'm remembering all this from when I was younger. So one of my good friends, his name's Frank, he's also my coach, who's been helping me get my YouTube channel started and helping me out on this adventure. We used to come to the park, to Six Flags Park, a lot. We'd spend a lot of our summer days here at the park. Funny story. So we were planning a trip to the park. It was a last minute deal. It was a last minute plan, and we were gonna take these two girls on a date to the park, but we had a friend who worked here. We actually knew a couple people who worked here, my brother, Dan included. But so we had this friend who worked at the park. He asked if we wanted to go. We were gonna come to the park with a couple of girls on a friendly date, and he's like, well, can you get me a date too? And so we're like, okay, yeah, I think we can do that. So we ended up getting a third individual to come with us. But just before we were gonna go, that individual, she called sick that morning and couldn't go. So our friend who invited us, he got really, really upset. And would I say he's the most likable person? You know, he had a very strong personality. So I remember my friend Frank drove with him, went and picked him up, or he picked him up, and they drove to the park. I went with the two girls to the park, you know, and we all met there. And the girls, they did not want to go on the rides with him, and he got really, really upset. And you know, he got us into the park, and we wanted to be nice, but the girls didn't want to go ride with him, so his attitude was just getting really, really bad throughout the day, at least till we got through mid-morning. The girls didn't want to ride with him, and so he decided he was going to leave the group. But before he left, the girls decided they were going to go off. That was our dates. So they left us. They said, well, pick us up come get us at the end of the date. So me, my friend Frank, and this other friend who got us into the park, we hanged out with each other for a little bit. But then he just got all bent out of shape for whatever reason. I can't really remember what happened, but he ended up going off by himself. So you know, it was a fun day. It was okay. We salvaged what we could, and then at the end of the day, we met the two girls that we originally brought on the date. They were with some other guys. It was funny, but I remember that date coming here to Six Flags Magic Mountain. Over here in front of me, it is a hot day today, but over here in front of me is the rapids. I don't think I'm going to go on it just now. I may go on it later, but it's the Roaring Rapids, because I do remember you get soaking wet on this ride. But I want to show you something that I completely passed and completely forgot. So this is Katie's Kettle. Good food. This is where my brother used to work when he was here at Six Flags Magic Mountain. And I would remember all the times that he would get me into the park, me and my friends, and we would come to Katie's Kettle to say hi, grab something to eat. You know, we'd visit with him for a minute or two, but he was usually pretty busy. But this is where my brother worked. At good old Katie's Kettle. And then what you got over here is the livery barn. I remember the livery. So right now they've got a lot of the claw machines. You've got some of the carnival games here. Look at that. You can win the giant Pokemon plush, or Sonic, Knuckles. Kind of fun. So a lot of the more of a carnival style games here, which is very interesting. I do like the Walking Dead game there. And we've got Mario Kart DX. So back in the day, this was actually a pretty decent arcade. If you can just remember the old games, right? We had Commando, Ikari Warriors, I believe they had Star Castle here. Just a lot of the classic 80 video games. There was a few arcades here. This was one of them, but now they have more of the games where you can win stuff. And then right here you've got the line for Tatsu. Fly at the speed of fear. I have been on this one. This one's a lot of fun. The line is pretty long though right now. I'm gonna come back to this later, see if I can get on this. So we'll keep making our way around. Well, the Rapids line is pretty empty. I remember when this thing used to be completely full. I remember it used to be an hour and a half to 2 hour wait to get on this one. But you do get completely soaked. So, but maybe not a terrible thing because it is hot today. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to make my way down the backside. I always call this the backside of Magic Mountain. And we'll make our way down. So right here, right above me, is the 7-Up jet stream. I don't know if they still call that. We'll see, but I remember this one. But it doesn't seem to be operating today. And we definitely got some new stuff going back here. So we'll go see what this is. Okay, I am going to go on Apocalypse the ride. I know this was another ride 30-something years ago. I need to look into that, but I like the re-theme of Apocalypse. Pretty cool. So let's see what this one is about. Well, I do like this queue a lot. Pretty cool. Some nice detail. Kind of feel like I'm in a horror maze.
Don't trip. You're fine. I'm right here. Jesus Christ. It's so dark.
All right. Pretty fun. Okay, so I just got off the Apocalypse. It was a lot of fun. It was very, very rough. I think it's the roughest coaster I have ever been on. I think, if I can remember previously, no, it's the roughest coaster I've been on. It was a lot of fun though, but man, if you need a back adjustment, that ride could definitely give it to you. But I enjoyed it. I think I love the apocalyptic theming. Wonderful. So probably one of my favorites when it comes to the theming so far at the park. But a fun ride. Okay. So right next to the Apocalypse is this West Coast Racer, so we're gonna go on this. This will be a new one for me. Haven't been on this one before. So kind of excited to try this one out. Hopefully we don't have a long wait. Hopefully. That's pretty cool. Okay, I just went on West Coast Racers, and I really liked it. It was a lot of fun. It reminded me a little bit of Velocicoaster, where it did the mini twists. You did get some good airtime at certain points on the ride, so it was a lot of fun, super smooth. I liked it. They did a really good job with it. And I love the racing element too. And you get to go twice. It's like you get to go twice. You do the first run, and then you get to do a second run afterwards on the different tracks. So a lot of fun. West Coast Racers. Okay, on the Apocalypse ride. So a long time ago, there was a ride there called Cyclone, but they changed the ride. I think it became Terminator, and then it became Apocalypse after that. And it still maintains the same stuff when it was the Terminator. But back in my day, 30 plus years ago, it was Cyclone. I had to ask one of the ride operators. It was bothering me. Okay, so we're leaving the back alley corner back there of the park, and we are headed towards the DC rides. We got Batman, Riddler's Revenge, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's is a ride that I have not been on as well, so looking forward to that one. Man, this area used to be a lot bigger, I recall, when I was younger. It is smaller, and you got the Ninja over there. That ride's okay. There was a long line for it earlier, so I'll circle back later and see if it's worth it. But the park does not seem that crowded right now. Man, it used to be very crowded here, but I guess that's a good thing. Now there was a ride right here behind this sign in front of me called Spin Out, and that thing, what it would work, you go on that ride, it was a chamber and it would spin really fast, and the floor would actually drop down, and you would be stuck to the wall as the forces were holding you back. The centrifugal force, that's what it is. And I remember there was individuals that would try to rotate their bodies upside down, and they get yelled at from the ride operator. We'd get money and stick our coins to the wall. We did a bunch of crazy stuff, but yeah, Spin Out was a ride we always went on. Make you a little dizzy after. Not sure when it left the park, but I know it was right where that sign was, right across here from Gold Rusher. Gold Rusher, this is a coaster that was kind of our relaxing ride. It was a chill ride, and there was never really a long line for it, especially today. Doesn't look like there's a long line at all for it as well. But this was kind of like our go-to ride when all the rides were super busy and we just wanted to go on something, and we called it the relaxing roller coaster. And you can see, in my opinion, it's a kid-friendly coaster. Crazy to think the last time I was on this was 30 years ago. So I thought I'd give myself a minute here to ride the relaxing roller coaster, the Gold Rusher. All right, well, the Gold Rusher had some speed to it. For being as old as it is, that's crazy that I was thinking that was the relaxing coaster. When I was younger, it was. But that ride does have some speed still. It's definitely a classic. I really enjoyed that one. It was one of the go-to. We used to ride that thing like 5 times. There were days where we rode that 4 times in a row back in the day. All right, so we're gonna head over to the Riddler's Revenge, and Wonder Woman and Batman. I think they're all right next to each other, and we got the DC superhero store here as well. I'd like to go check that out. I'm usually checking out Marvel, but I think this is pretty cool to be checking out DC heroes. So this is the DC Hero store, and we got some pretty cool merch here. I love the Batman shirt. We've got some cool hats and beanies. The Joker. Huh. Stuff's pretty cool.
Friendly queue line, you're sitting, staying 5 minutes over here. No, please get down. Thank you.
A lot of mugs, cups, some glasses here. Pretty cool. Some teddy plushes and kids apparel. Oh, we can't forget the Funko Pops too. And we got some pretty cool pins. I am in the queue right now for Riddler's Revenge. Yeah, this is one of the bigger coasters here at Six Flags. I do remember when this came out. Loved it when I rode it 30-something years ago. All right, so I just got off Riddler's Revenge. And wow, that's one of the highest roller coasters here at Magic Mountain. One of them. I know Goliath is pretty big, and X2, but Riddler's Revenge packs a punch. That is such a fun stand-up roller coaster, and it's pretty smooth too. I forgot how smooth that ride was, but I loved it. Okay, so one of my other favorite rides from back in the day was the Sandblasters bumper cars. And, you know, I'm taking a look at it right now, and they must have had 5 times, I'd say 5 times the amount of bumper cars back in the day. And it was one of our favorites. You know, when I'd come with a group of friends, we'd all get on this together and we target one person. I know, don't judge. We were terrible, we were mean, but we would target one person and go after that person the whole ride. And we loved to do it throughout the day. We would just come on the Sandblasters and make someone pay. That was a lot of fun. Anyways, yeah, Sandblasters still here at Six Flags Magic Mountain. All right, I'm gonna be heading towards Wonder Woman, because that is another new for me that I haven't been on yet. Okay, so I do have a pretty funny story. Well, not really funny, but just a story I remembered. So the carnival games here, you know, we come to the park, we come here a lot, and we probably gave hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars to the carnival games here. And I remember the basketball one. I came with my friend Chris, good buddy of mine, and he just lit it up. And I remember he won. I can't even remember the prize, but it was ginormous. And we had to lug that thing throughout the park. I wasn't happy about that, but it was like one of the biggest prizes. It was even bigger than these giant prizes that you see here. I mean, it was probably twice the size back then from what you see here right now. There are some big ones here. The Hello Kitty Charizard and the Superman teddy bear, those are pretty big. But yeah, I remember my friend Chris, he just couldn't miss, and we had to carry that big old prize throughout the park all day. Good times. Over here you've got the Teen Titans Turbo Spin. This used to be called something else. I should have done some homework before I came. I can't remember, but it's still here. And then over here we've got Batman and Wonder Woman. So hopefully I won't have too long of a wait. The Riddler's Revenge, that was a walk-on. So I was like, bonus. That was awesome. Okay, let's see if I can keep pushing it here with a couple more coasters, and I might need to get something to eat and drink in a minute. It is getting really, really hot. Okay, I just got off of Batman. This is one of the first rides where the floor drops from underneath you to give you that sensation that you're flying through the air. And I'll be honest, that doesn't get old. It's still quite amazing. I love it. You feel like you're Batman flying through the air. They did such a good ride with this roller coaster. I remember when it first came out, it was the biggest hype ever. And even now, 30 plus years later, it's still a great ride. I love it. It's fast. It's a very smooth ride as well. Even after 30 years, the fun factor is still there for Batman. So this one was awesome. I was glad I was able to go on it, and we're gonna keep making our way around here. I think Wonder Woman's next. Little nervous about that one. I don't know. It looks pretty high, but we'll see how that one goes. So actually, I'm on my way right now. I'm leaving Batman, and we get to go through another DC store here with a lot of merch. Now they got a lot of cool shirts in here, especially if you're a DC fan. And yeah, these are really cool. And I like this Batman one a lot. That one's pretty neat. All right, we're gonna give Wonder Woman's Flight of Courage. I know I am going to need some of that courage. Okay, so I went on Batman, which I already talked about, and I just did Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. And that ride was super intense. It reminded me of the Velocicoaster in, I guess, when it comes to airtime. Wonder Woman has the most airtime of everything I've been on so far today. And that really reminded me of Velocicoaster, because there is a ton of airtime on that ride, and I think Wonder Woman did a very good job of matching that airtime. Super fast, super intense. I mean, you get to that top so fast and you're down before you even know it. Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, I loved it. I think this was my favorite ride here at the park so far today. I'm really thirsty, hungry a little bit. We're gonna get something to eat, so let's go take a look and see what they got by me here. I know there's this food court place that I used to go to when I was younger. I remember eating here a lot. This kind of was our go-to spot. I'm sure the name has changed. but it looks like there's a bunch of different things here, so I'm gonna go check it out. So this is the food court spot here. So it looks like I gotta go through the other way, which is fine. But you've got teriyaki bowl. Can't really see what's over here. So we got egg rolls, teriyaki bowl. Over here we got frozen treats. And over here on this side we got nachos, carne asada nachos, quesadilla. I think this is where I'm gonna go. Hi, how are you? Frozen treats sound great, but I'm hungry. And I'm thinking maybe carne asada quesadilla or chicken quesadilla. I'll eat anything at this point. I'm not going to be picky here, and get a drink as well and sit down for a couple minutes.
Okay, so for my lunch today, I got the carne asada quesadilla. Let's give it a go. All right, carne asada quesadilla. Pretty good. Not bad. The meat, the carne asada, it's juicy, tender. Not bad. It's good. I want to say thank you for joining me on my journey today. This is stop number 3. My first stop was Universal Horror Unleashed in Las Vegas. Then a few weeks back, we did Legoland for the grand opening of the Galactic Coaster, and now Six Flags Magic Mountain, Valencia, California. It's my 3rd stop on my journey, so it's been a great day so far. A lot of nostalgia. There's just a lot of memories coming back to me from, like I said, when I used to come to the theme park when I was a kid. This quesadilla is pretty good. So we're going to try to hit a couple more roller coasters here. I've almost made a full loop around the park. Not quite, but almost. So there are a few more that I want to go on. I know the X2 line is really, really long. I'm going to try to get to that one. I don't know if I can, but I definitely want to check out Twisted Colossus. That's one that I've never been on. Back in the day, and I know that's kind of a phrase I'm coining today, back in the day, Twisted Colossus used to go back, or it used to be Colossus, and then they all had a version of it that went backwards. It was a backwards Colossus. And I remember that, and I remember the regular Colossus, so this Twisted Colossus is going to be very interesting. It looks pretty cool. So I'm going to finish up this carne asada quesadilla, and we will keep this journey going. So again, everyone, thank you for being here again. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to sharing more adventures with you as we visit the top 50 theme parks in the United States within the next 2 years. Also, I would like to take this time to reach out and ask you to please hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and please post some comments below. If you've come here before to Six Flags Magic Mountain in Southern California, in Valencia, let me know what your favorite ride is here, or your favorite experience here at Six Flags. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so I just got my lunch, got hydrated, and we are back at it. So, as I was thinking, I'm going to stick to the same plan and head over towards Twisted Colossus, Goliath, over in that other corner of the park. I'm very close to there, so yeah, this area, a lot of it still looks the same, but a lot of it has changed. It's really it's like pulling my memories in different directions, because you've got some parts of the park that I remember exactly how it was, and then I got some other areas where it's just completely different. And of course, that's, you know, with the development of the new rides that they have, and making changes to stuff here. But with that said, it's still my stomping ground. This is the Six Flags Magic Mountain that I've always remembered. I remember they had there's this theater right here. Now it's called the Gearworks Theater. I'm not sure if anything goes on in there. But over here is, I guess, what they're calling the Scream Punk District. So you got Twisted Colossus, Scream, and Goliath is over here as well. All right, let's go on Twisted Colossus. I think this is one of the ones I'm most excited for. I am not excited for this line, but I am excited for this coaster. This is the world's longest hybrid coaster, in case you didn't know. I just remember back in the day, there's our phrase again. Wooden roll, it was the longest, not longest, but it was, at least for California, all wooden roller coaster. So hopefully this line isn't terribly long. It doesn't seem like it, so we shall see. Okay, I just got off at Twisted Colossus, and I actually love what they're doing with these coasters. It is way better than old school Colossus. 100%. You are off your seat a lot of the ride. I think this one's in contention with Wonder Woman, to be honest. I'm gonna have to think which one I like better, but Twisted Colossus, it's really, 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 really good. Big smile on my face after that ride. I'm gonna go check out Scream, and probably Scream on Scream. All right, I just got off of Scream, and it was pretty smooth. Yeah! Let's go! Hell yeah! Just got off of Scream, and this one's a smooth coaster as well. It's pretty fast. I like it because it's a four-seater. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the Riddler's Revenge, but
Still a great coaster. I had kind of forgotten about this one, exactly what it was like, but it's a lot of fun. It's again one of those giant class of coasters because you're sitting 4 across, so pretty amazing. I do like the theming here of this steampunk land. It's pretty cool. It goes with the Twisted Colossus theme, which is a lot of fun. So I'm gonna make my way out of the steampunk area, and I'm gonna just finish my circle. I'm getting pretty close to rounding out back at the front of the park. So the Lex Luthor Drop of Doom is not operating. And then if you look above, we've got Superman the Escape not operating. So all in all, I mean, most of the attractions were open today, which was great. Just a few that are non-operational, but not a big deal. Over here you got the Goliath. Don't think I'm gonna go on that one. I've been on it a lot of times. I want to try to hit La Revolution again as I near the front, so I'm gonna aim for that one. But this is the Goliath. I think it's one of the tallest coasters here, right up there with Riddler's Revenge. But this is a fun one. I do remember this one. Been on it quite a few times. Over here we got the Buccaneer Swashbuckler. Back in the day, I just remember it being called the Buccaneer. I don't know. The swinging boat, it's a fun one. Wasn't really my favorite. Been on it when I had to go on it, but other than that, it's okay. So we're just gonna keep making our way up to the front of the park here. In about 12, 15 years from now, that roller coaster is gonna be my jam. It'll be more my speed. Yeah, it looks like they're doing some more construction over here as well. Don't know what they're putting in here. Maybe we'll see a sign, but not sure. And you've got more of Bugs Bunny World, more Looney Tunes World. That's a pretty big area. I'm not gonna walk through it, but that is pretty big, and they're expanding on it. Okay, so I just realized something. The log ride is no more.
That ride is so good.
Right? The log ride is no more, and you have a full throttle in its place. Okay, I am crushed. The log ride was classic. Oh, so many good memories on the log ride. That was the best. And I was hoping they had it today to go on it. But now, we've got this full throttle coaster. It looks pretty cool. But they took out the log ride. I am so upset. All right, it's gonna take me a little to get over. All right, so I'm standing literally where the log ride used to be, like in the splash zone when it came down the hill. All right, I think we're getting ready to launch. Any second here. Here we go. Wow, that's crazy. That thing went really slow on the top of that loop. Here it comes. Yep, right over the top. That looks pretty cool. Full throttle. All right, just due to time, I'm going to try to get on La Revolution Classic. That is one I don't want to miss. It was one of my favorite rides of all time. And I'd be kind of upset if I were to miss that one. So I'm going to hurry up and kind of book it over there. I'm just about to the front of the park. And try to get on the La Revolution. I'm a happy camper. I made it to the Revolution Classic, La Revolution. Today was a great day. It was really fun to actually come back to this park after 30 plus years. It really did bring back a lot of childhood memories of growing up with my friends, my coach Frank and my other friend Chris. It was a good part of my life, and it was really fun to just kind of see everything again and compare what was new versus what was different. And to experience some of the new roller coasters here. Kind of crazy. They're really good. I'd say Magic Mountain coasters. Some of their newer stuff is right up there with Universal. That has some of the leading coasters in the industry. I'd say Six Flags is right there. I'm looking forward to continuing my journey. 50 theme parks in the next 2 years across our country, United States of America. Just getting warmed up here, and I'm sure I'm going to come across a lot of great coasters and rides that I'll definitely experience for the first time. So Adventurers, just wanted to say really, thank you for today, for coming along with me on this journey. This is journey number 3. Six Flags Magic Mountain, my stomping ground growing up as a kid. It was just a lot of fun to be here, and I'm glad that I made the opportunity to do so. Please, if you haven't, hit that like, and please subscribe to the Adventure Pass channel. I would really appreciate it, so you can follow me on my journey and see how many of these theme parks that I'm going to get to, which is going to be 50 for sure. But I am only on number 3, and I've already been going I'm right on schedule. I'm on month 2, so I have to average about 2 theme parks a month. That's the math here to hit the 50 in 2 years. So thank you, adventurers. Again, hit that like button, please subscribe, but also join the Adventure Pass community, where like-minded individuals are waiting to connect with you and to share their tips and tricks and anything related to any of the theme parks in the US. We got Disney fans, Universal fans, we got them all. So please don't forget to check that out. And leave me some comments. I would really appreciate it. If you could give me a shout out about what you think about Magic Mountain, Valencia in Southern California. Any attractions that you like. I love to get back to all the comments, so I will be looking for them, for the ones that come through. All right, adventurers, thank you. I appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Have a great one, my friends. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey, shout out to Mark from Adventure Pass, all right? Come visit Six Flags.